Welcome one, welcome all, welcome to another exciting episode of A Prussian Emperor. I am Bridger, and today we're jumping back in... Whoa. You had it for a second there, XSplit. There you go. That was weird. Alright, we're jumping back in to play as Prussia. Now that we have become Emperor as Prussia, technically we have fulfilled our destiny, but there's much more to do now. I'd like to try to decentralize the empire just to see what happens. I'm going to refresh this so I can see if there's anybody in the chat. And the other thing is there are plenty of achievements to achieve. Well, we could get the maximum reserve manpower of 1,000,000 depending upon how many we get into the empire and how big maybe we just grab all of Poland. I don't know. Forming the Holy Roman Empire is only if we centralize, not decentralize. I don't know if there is an option for decentralizing the empire to get an achievement. Maybe. Ooh, we're pretty close to 50 innovativeness. We almost own a Protestant and Reformed center of Reformation. So maybe. We'll have to take a quick look. 3 colonial governors, no. Have a fort and a supply depot in a mountain province producing livestock. Well, we don't have any mountains, so that's not happening anytime soon. Die, please die is not going to be something we do. Ooh, 3 estates with 70% influence. That's a possibility. Grand Duchy. Starting as a duchy, have 1,000 development without upgrading your government rank. Well, we skipped that one. Guarantee the independence of France, the Ottoman Empire, and Russia. Might be able to do that later if we get big enough. 10 furnaces built in your nation. We might try that. 30 states with prosperity at the same time as you have 70-year-old ruler. Not 30 states. Not Mare Nostrum. Damn. I've never gotten that one. I really should try it. I hear it's pretty easy as France or the Ottomans. I think the Ottomans can form the Roman Empire. Can't remember. Byzantines, it's frickin' impossible. You just start so far behind the curve. Well, I'm sure somebody out there has done it. The best I could do was take over all of the Ottoman areas as well as the Balkan areas all the way up to Venice. By about 1710 or so, but I had, or no, it was like 1750. I know because I had like 100 years to conquer all the way to France and Britain, and just wasn't going to happen. They were too strong at the time, even though I was strong too. It was just not enough time. Maybe it was more like 1750, 1760. Anyway, whatever it was, I wound up ending that early because there was no chance of me getting the Roman Empire thing. But 4 different cultures and 4 different religions. Nope, that's not going to happen. Have 7 free cities in the empire, none of which are German culture. No, that's a weird, meticulous one you have to do to make it work. Have all non-wasteland provinces in the world be of your religion. No. 33 of 1001. Something tells me that's not going to happen. So it looks like, is there really nothing about the more than 90% naval and army tradition? We might be able to do that one. We've already got over 100 army tradition. We just need to get naval tradition up there. So, have at least 100 countries in the HRE. We could try. It would probably require us breaking up all these countries that border the HRE into smaller countries. Here's the real question. Apparently we did these, but there's nothing about centralizing the Holy Roman Empire. Or decentralizing it. I thought they must have added that. I'm kind of surprised. Which ones did they add in this update? Let's take a quick look. Achievements. Oh, starting as Mulhouse, everything's coming up Mulhouse. Become the Emperor and completely decentralized. That's the only one related to decentralization. Well, we're still going to do decentralization, damn it. So, let's see what they're talking about. The common reforms, decentralized reforms. The decentralized path has more of a focus on strong, united empire by devolving some of the responsibilities and powers to the electors. I'm not 100% sure how devolving it to the electors makes a lot of sense, but I guess if you're allies with all the electors, or most of the electors or something, then that helps a lot, because you can make your allies super strong. I guess that's got to be the main reasoning, right? Free cities makes you stronger as the main person. The Emperor and electors each get a big manpower increase. All Empire provinces get faster move speed. The number of electors increases, and the Emperor gets to grow imperial authority faster. The electors get extra tax income, so the electors get extra manpower and extra tax income. Local development cost reduction. Now, this is 100% unclear. I think it just means what it says in the tin. The Emperor to create casus belli on any nation not currently in the Empire. So, doesn't mean that everybody goes to war with that nation. It means you give everybody permission to attack them, which is an interesting way of going about it. Anyway, Bohemia is at war with Austria. How come? The Austrian conquest of Uruk. Doesn't say where Uruk is. Oh, weird. Why does Austria want to conquer Uruk? Who knows? They got a claim there, I guess. Alright, so now would probably be a pretty good time to go after Bohemia. I think we want to go after them and do that, that thing that I missed when it comes to humiliation. The, prove strength or whatever it is. Hello! Sneaky face. Creepy face? I'm not actually sure what that is. Creepypasta? So we started upgrading a bunch of our forts, but we don't have enough money to upgrade all of them yet. Countries with no higher condottieri. There's no disputed successions at the moment. We're going to have truces expiring. We have uncontested claims that will expire. Finn. Oh, we don't need that anymore because we're incorporating it. Provincial unrest in the 2 areas that we conquered. So that's too bad, but don't worry. We're going to take care of it when it's necessary. And unlawful territory. We can declare that Württemberg give back what they gave, but we can't really, because they won't do it. They have to like me a lot more. Württemberg. They already like me a little. Maybe we can get them to like us more by improving relations. Oh, you know what? We made a profile to work specifically. Our mouse software needed to be reinstalled, so just like need to go in and reset. I like having the mouse wheel left and right to be speed up and speed down in Paradox games. Alright, so that's that. So we go here. We drag this over there. And then we click on it. And there we go. Glorious. Alright, so we're going to speed things up a little bit. we're probably going to want to drill our armies. One of our armies is brand new, and so it's going to require a lot of drilling to go to get good. But yeah, we'll do the... Ooh, we got a new Empress Consort. Our heir is now industrious. That's good. What are his stats? Are his stats good? Ooh, his stats are really good. He's got 13. That boy better not die. So my next play is going to be a rivalry war with Bohemia so that we can A, get some power projection that'll last us for a long time, and B, get some monarch power. But in the meantime, we're also... Oops, that got closed off. Oh, an exceptional year. Is this better? 50% increase to national tax modifier. And these numbers are deceptive. So it's already increased by 50%. So that suggests... what times 1.5 gets us to 26? 17-ish. Yeah, it's about 17. So if we take this for 1 year, it'll get us about 17 extra ducats. Oh no, this is per month. So we get us 17 per month. 17 per month is actually more. If I'm not... no, I said it was 50% would be about 7. Alright, so 7 times 12 would be 7. Yeah, we'll take that one. Because it'd be about 100. That's 150-ish, so that's better. I figured the math would do it right. We've renewed a loan. Oh, man. Let's see how close we are. Neutral attitude towards Prussia. Distance between borders. My reputation is big. They like that part about me. Take this prestige hit. Brunswick wants that royal marriage, yes. Now, Durlac. Which one is Durlac? This one here. So they can't core it while it's occupied by somebody else. So that's the good news. The question is, are they going to release it to Baden? Or are they going to release it to the Palatinate? They're probably going to release it to the Palatinate. So I wonder if maybe I should just not do this. Well, you know what? We'll find out. If I can do it, I probably should. Whoa, hang on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are peasants rising up? Uh-oh. I don't know if this is a really bad idea or not. Oh, boy, we won even though we had no morale at all. Whew! That was touch and go. I was going too fast. I should have just waited a little bit on the event. I was just like, screw it. It's probably not in a spot where I'm standing. Social mobility. Advisor cost reduction for 10 years, but they lose some loyalty. Or global trade power reduction. Lose army tradition? No, we can't stand in the way of these new progressive people. It's slowly creeping up there every month. Oh, we've improved as best we can. So there's nothing else we can do about that, unfortunately. Alright, and what's the situation with annexing them? It's going to end in 6 years, 7 years. Diplomatic reputation actually makes that very quick, comparatively. Alright, so we'll have to pay those loans back. We're getting a lot of money again. Big fan of that. Whole money thing. Part of that is what? Denmark's giving me a bunch? Yes. Well, actually, not a lot, right? 0.59 seems like it should be higher. Ooh, minus 5 years of separatism. Now, does that apply immediately? Probably not. No, it only applies to newly conquered countries. And I think that was the heir anyway, right? No, the heir got theirs a while ago. Yeah. So the emperor, the current emperor, Friedrich Wilhelm, is the one that got that. Bohemia is still at war with Austria. I don't want Bohemia to win that war. I don't really want Austria to win that war either, though. They're going to try to take some of Wittenberg. And Bohemia is at war with Muscovy. And the Ottomans? Bohemia, you traitor. You absolute traitor. Alright, so we can't go to war with Bohemia until the Ottomans are at least occupied with some other war. Hopefully against the Commonwealth. That would be ideal. Huh. Because as strong as we are, I don't think we can beat the Ottomans right now. Wait a minute. The Ottomans only have 58,000 men? They had like 100,000 when we fought them 150 years ago. Well, it's only 1587. When we fought them like 50 years ago. What happened? We could invest in a new idea. Quality education. Not super valuable at the moment, but it's on the way to something more valuable. And since we're still quite a ways away from military tech, we're going to take it. So we've got a lot of discounts now to our technology. Ideas, military traditions, we've got the League War benefit, scientific revolution, innovativeness. So hopefully we'll be able to get even more innovativeness, probably in the area of administrative tech again. We'll pay that back. They claimed Berlin? Oh boy, that's it, buddy. Game over. We're taking this part here so you don't have Berlin as your border. That's not cool. Ooh, Verdun now. What did Verdun take? Oh! Verdun conquered an... What do you think you're doing, Verdun? You give Durlac back to the Durlacians. Hello? Didn't you hear me? Wars of religion in France. France stayed Catholic. Did I not do this? Oh, I can do it twice? There we go. I was actually looking at the... I mean, they got given back to the Republic? Why didn't we make it a monarchy when we gave it back? I don't know. We should probably take some of this here. What do we need to have? One of our missions. We got to check our missions here. So, this one is Königsberg has to have a university. Okay. We know about Conquer Silesia. Conquer Lower Saxony means we have to have 10 provinces in these areas. Well, you know I don't want to go to war against Saxony. That's a bad idea. And I don't think there's a way I can never complete this mission without absorbing... Oh, no, hang on. They could be vassals. Ugh. What do we get? We get permanent claims on more areas of expansion. But I don't really want to do that. Because then we get Westphalian conquest, which takes out even more nations from the thing. And this is for making a Prussia that just gobbles all. We don't want to gobble all. We want to gobble very specific things, like most of Bohemia, but not all of it, critically. A bunch of the Commonwealth, and we've got options for that too. Conquer Silesia and Conquer Greater Poland are both pretty good missions. Trade in Canton, you gotta be crazy. The Kiel Canal. Maybe I could take all these and not weaken the Empire too much if I... Oh, you know what I could do? Let's check this out. If I replaced all of these with all of these, that kind of balances out, right? And then we also go and make the Papal State a member of the Holy Roman Empire. Is that even possible? I don't know. Bremen is a free city. I don't think I want to take Bremen. But I can avoid that one. I can take all the others. And I can probably leave one of these Lauerbach ones. What is the actual requirement? 10 in something, right? 10 of those. Maybe I could buy something from Saxony. Will Saxony sell Magdeburg? I don't think they will. You can't offer to buy a province from somebody, huh? There's probably too much exploitation available there. I want to keep Saxony as an ally. Our truce with Augsburg has ended. So our income has stabilized at around 8. And I don't think we can sustain... We could sustain one more column of 20,000. But we wouldn't probably be able to pay for it. I think I might want to expand these instead. Let's look at the supply map mode. So yeah, the supply map mode says around 25 is the lowest. So, cancel. So maybe we need to expand these a little bit. What is the current combat width? It's 29. Technically, 2 of these armies would fill the whole combat width with almost no reserves. So if instead we did this... then I would need more money for this one, but that'll give us an extra bit of cushion. 24,000 each. A few extra men, just in case you get caught out without a friendly backup. And then an extra couple of artillery, which are going to become more and more valuable here. And we lost a general, huh? I guess we'll just have to hire a new one. Boom! Look at that, boy! Shock 6, Maneuver 4, Siege 4? Holy crap. We'll save a little bit before we do this. Well, we're back to 14. Why were we at 8 before? Maybe we were reinforcing still from the peasant loss. Maybe I will take, let's see, what is Altmark's situation here? That's its own little thing, huh? Hamburgian peasants have risen up. Oh boy. 29, it's delicious. Yeah, the Dithmartians can have that. Because I need these. I actually don't have a claim on that. You know, I could take Bremen's... I could withdraw Bremen's free city status and give it to these guys instead. Who cares about government reform progress? We're not that invested in it. What is the last one? Separation of power. We don't want to separate power. A theocratic government gives you absolutism, a lot of governing capacity. That doesn't really feel like it would gel. Plus, I think that would override our Prussian monarchy. Instead, removes 350 and adds, a free administrative policy. I think that's free, right? Or maximum and yearly absolutism. Administrative possible policies. I wonder if that means a free one or not. Well, we need to get more ideas to get more administrative stuff. When is that coming? That's coming at 18. We'll get another administrative idea if we want it. Economic ideas is still on the chopping block for that development. Ethiopia no longer has internal conflicts. That is good. So once we finish absorbing Denmark, we might have a big enough base of power and feel up to, Austria. I could demand unlawful territory, and if they say no, I get a casus belli against them, casus belli. And if I use that, I might be able to force them to change religion. They took Baden from Württemberg, right? They took this from Switzerland? Württemberg? Württemberg. I could force them to release Baden as well as a... Yeah, let's demand unlawful territory. And then they say no. We gain the Imperial Liberation Casus Belli. And let's see what the restrictions are on that when we get our diplomat back. Oh, and where's our navy? Our navy's combined and doing nothing over here. We need to get our money back, right? So we need to flip out these. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Where did that guy get built? Close that. I wanted to split them off, and I didn't click the right button. This needs to go and protect trade in Lubeck, and we'll definitely give them the current admiral. That'll give us some more army or naval tradition. Our navy's not as big as it was, but I'm okay with that. Maybe we do buy a couple frigates to help our trade, which is going to go up now that we actually have these frigates doing their thing. 11.86, probably go up to 15. My guess. 17, look at that, even better. Now, do those frigates need an upgrade? They do. They need a lot of money for an upgrade. But it will make them more powerful. We've already hit that force limit, but I think 3 more trade ships will be good for us. As long as you're not making over half of the trade node, adding extra trade ships is probably good in terms of trade power. But again, that suggests I want to leave these guys here. Like, I'm all okay taking East Frisia, because it's not in the same trade node. But I think I just want to take these 3 and leave the rest as 1 province minors, because they'll still pull trade towards here for me. And yeah, that means I'll never do that, at least not right away. Maybe I could make them... Making one province miners a vassal doesn't seem like a good idea, does it? Not that I have the slots for it anyway. Oh, we were going to look at what this Casus Belli does. It doesn't restrict us from anything. So we can force them to return the core, and we can probably also force them to switch religion as part of this. They don't have any huge allies. Then again, we don't either. What happened to all our allies? Did Bavaria lose their alliance with us? They did. That was part of their piecing out process. Dang. That's why we're exactly at 6. Muscovy's going to be gone, so maybe we use them in this war if we can. Oh, they're fighting another war, and this is a distant war. So they won't come to this one anyway. Can't promise them anything. So Denmark's going to go away, and then we'll have another vassal slot. Who do we use for that? Who do we use that on? Lüneburg. Or Lübeck, rather. Meh. We could get Bohemia as a vassal once we take a bunch of their territory. That's not a bad idea. They're an elector, but oh, taking an elector as a vassal reduces your imperial authority, doesn't it? Damn. We are going up now. That's good. We could try to declare war on Switzerland to expand the empire. They don't have many allies. Berg is 1. Oh, we have a truce with Switzerland, so never mind that. Let's just keep waiting a bit. We'll use this Austria thing. But, damn, if I would be happier to have Bavaria backing me up, because they've got Burgundy. And even though Austria right now is kind of meh, ooh, this is a lot. A lot. Let's spend some of this administrative power first. Where's our estates? Not states. State edicts. That's what I was looking for. So those two have encouraged development. Now let's see what development costs are cheapest right now. Where's Altmark? It won't go there? It won't zoom in on Altmark? Damn it. Altmark down here, right? Yes. So that's cheapest at 37, even though they haven't gotten the state edict. Can we undo these? Yes. Turn these off. And now evaluate which states are lowest. So, oh, never mind. Sternberg. We're not going to do a lot, so we don't need to worry too much about this. Geez, that's real low in Newmark. All right. Still 37. That's crazy. 37 is just a very low number for all that. Okay, so we've increased our tallness by quite a bit. That'll increase our income by quite a bit. Which we'll need These guys are building... That's right, we had them building frigates. Our income's now 14 still. Because we raised those armies, but we also had our navy start patrolling like they're supposed to. Now, how long does this special casus belli last against Austria? Where's Austria on here? These are all our casus bellis, right? I can never find it. How is Austria not here? Because I definitely still have it, right? It said it. Anyway. This is a tough one. That's a lot of allies. All we can bring to the table is Saxony. I mean, we are pretty strong, but we'd have to fight a lot of fronts at the same time. Let's take a look at what it looks like geographically. So, this is what? Regensburg. We can knock that out pretty quick and easy while defending Saxony. Then we can come over here and try to knock out the Palatinate, but if they sneak around and start attacking Saxony, I gotta come back. I just gotta win a bunch of wars, a bunch of battles. Austria's at 27,000. Nope, wrong one. This is who we're looking at. So they'd actually have more total manpower than we would on the field at the start of the war. That's kind of problematic. That's very problematic. I don't think that's an acceptable option. Same thing with this, though. Holy cow, would we be outclassed here. Even with Saxony. Actually, we should be outclassed more. Wait a minute. Ottomans would not join, because they're in huge amounts of debt. Wait, conquest? Oh. Oh, humiliate rival. You can't promise, that's why. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a strong option now because the Ottomans are currently not capable of fighting. I don't want to fight Muscovy, but I also don't need them as an ally anymore. They're too far away to be reliable. And so can't fight against the Commonwealth again for quite a while. I'm going to need to do this thing against Bohemia. But when? When's the right moment? I think it's now. And these guys are basically fully drilled. These guys are fully drilled. And these guys are brand new, so they're only partially drilled. But we're getting there. Let's give it until next summer. And we'll see how it goes. We do want to get rid of these loans. We've got good income. We'll be able to continue to upgrade our forts. This one actually did get upgraded, so it's the one behind our lines now that need upgrading. So let's start, if we haven't already. Where's our spy networks? Oh, this one in the Commonwealth has a bunch of possibilities here. Sabotage recruitment. Sure. Now get out of the Commonwealth. Is Augsburg one of the electors? No. I needed that for a different purpose, and now they can stop improving relations. Oh, good. I have one imperial authority. I can maybe use it to convince somebody diplomatically. Yes, to enforce religious unity with Mulhouse. Confirm. There we go. So now, there's still 17 heretic princes. Wasn't that the same number as before? They did switch to Protestant. Stupid Austria with its stupid Burgundian allies. Burgundy being part of the empire is a big pain in the butt. Bohemia's already Protestant, but are any of their allies not Protestant? No, Württemberg is, but they wouldn't join. Okay. Here we go. $72,000 seems like a good number. We're going to stop drilling at the end of December here. We're slowly increasing this. So regiment drill loss is now pretty good and low. I guess it goes to 50%. Now these are 4s, right? Yes, that'll let me rearrange and fight against Muscovy if I have to. These guys, with no leader, they should have a leader, but we don't have the requisite diplomatic power. We're gaining no diplomatic power because we're annexing Denmark. I forgot about that. Well, that's annoying. Oh well. We're still going to do this. And these guys are going to still hunt enemy fleets in the Baltic Sea, and this time they're going to do it with this guy. So yeah, the trade is going to weaken a little bit, but that's okay. And Denmark's going to help us until they get fully annexed. Now we're going to do the correct casus belli this time, because this is a war not of conquest, but of humiliation. We'll come back for the conquest later. We'll bring Saxony along for the ride. And we're just going to wait until our morale recovers a little bit here so we're ready to go the instant the war starts. Oh, Württemberg won't even join. It's only Muscovy we have to worry about. And if Commonwealth doesn't let Muscovy through their territory, which they might not because they're rivals. Oh, but Bohemia might be friends with them enough to do that. We'll see. Alright, April seems like an auspicious month to launch in a war. To war! That's what that sound is. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to raise one army back here. No. We're just going to drop one army off while we're walking through. This guy with his 4 siege is going to have to go straight for the capital. Or is Prague the capital? Prague is the capital. But we're taking a couple of provinces right off the bat to show him who's boss. No. So is Saxony, apparently. But our general's better, so we're going to help. And we're also going to bring a bunch more cannons. There we go. 10 artillery is enough. Now let's see, what's the situation with Muscovy? Well, they're not allies with us anymore, so we can't really see, actually. Gonna go straight for Vienna. Can we do return cores on this particular... Yeah, we can do return cores, and we can do release nations. That's an even better option. We can make up for the fact that we don't want to streamline all those guys. But we can add more princes to the empire, and they'll all be Protestant. Bohemia's eaten a lot of them. What orders did we give to our march here? We gave them the siege order, which is probably the right one here. Because until Muscovy shows up over here, meh. I don't know where the Bohemian army is. It ran away because it knew it can't deal with our armies combined. Went to hide with Moscow. When are they going to form Russia anyway? I don't know what the requirements are, but it looks like they must have a lot of them. Saxony occupied a bunch of those, huh? Do 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 do. Oman has entered a golden era, huh? This is like a nightmare for Bohemia, even with Muscovy as an ally. It does not work out super well. Oh, hey. Bohemia snuck around behind us. We're going to have to go deal with that. This guy seems like a good one. He's fully drilled. Oh, we're going to need more than one. Oh, damn, bad uniforms. So we'll bring back 48,000 to deal with this Bohemian army. Meanwhile, Vienna. Not Schleswig! No! This is one of my unfortunately not very strong forts. We're going to have to improve those. Here you go. Get that one improved. This one will be next. $23,000 are running away. The rest are trapped. Yay, Siege of Vienna. Okay. I guess just keep taking all this stuff down here. Ooh. Which general is this? Benedict? Is it this guy? Nope. Different guy. Must be this guy. Yep. Now we know that the enemy went somewhere deep into the Holy Roman Empire over here. We don't know exactly where. So what's our dream scenario as regards to peace? Show strength requires 100%, so we can't force them. I want that monarch power is what it comes down to. The next time we go to war with them, we'll take some territory and force them to release stuff. Let's make sure we're still on the list here. Würzburg is the only one that's against me right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 of 7. I'm happy with that. But it looks like Augsburg needs some reminders, and so does Cologne, about how awesome we are. Trier still loves us a lot, and so does Saxony, so we're in good shape there. Just in case. Find an enemy over here is what I need to do. Hey! Free monarch power. I like it. We've got slightly more troops than them in this, so we've got good flanking. But they've got a better general. But our people like the morale they've got. In fact, I think they're still on military tech. No, they got to 15. Why is their morale so low, I wonder? So Augsburg was actually almost maxed out. Augsburg has a problem with... not much, really. We're going to lose diplomatic reputation when we annex Denmark. So that's going to be a bit of a problem. Maybe when it comes to Augsburg, we could influence their nation so that they like us more. Yeah, one-time payment to get them to like us more. I like it. So now our relations are higher. So we didn't stack wipe them over there, but they don't really have any place to retreat to. There's still another 25,000 somewhere. Alright, so we've basically taken everything except whatever this is. Ostrava. Now, I don't even know how this ends. Maybe I tell these guys to blockade enemy ports instead? And they'll just blockade Muscovy to death? I don't know. I'm pretty sure we can't walk over there. If I click this... oh, I guess we can walk over there. Well, then we'll get our armies together and we'll walk over there. We don't need to do too much. Occupy 1 or 2 forts and they'll probably give in. Alright, so the annexation is still 94, so 3 more years. That's still happening. Army tradition is maxed out forever. Naval tradition. Continuing to grow. Because we're protecting trade and blockading. So all we need to do now is knock Moscow out of the war, and we get all the things that we wanted. Oh, you're back? Come here. I don't think we can afford to go up against 102,000. Holy crap. If we had all 72,000, we might be able to beat the 102,000 in a single fight. Maybe. If we had the backup of Saxony, definitely. If we had the backup of Brunswick, probably. So now I'm going to give my allies the command to stick with us, be supportive. Denmark as an ally is not going to matter too much longer. Hello, Heldemayor. Pericles being the board game follow-up to Churchill. I can't remember who the designer is on that. Oh, it's Mark Herman. Should have known. I don't have 3 other people to play with. Is the problem. And I like the idea of it, but I've not yet been able to... That's weird. Google wanted to censor the words Mark Herman. What is going on, Google? YouTube was like, this has been waiting for review. Stack wipe him. Come on, get rid of this. I don't want to deal with it anymore. Because if I go to fight against Muscovy in their own territory, and I will. Oh, hey, here they come. They'll come to me. To me! That means we can probably just head out with these guys. I think we want to wait on this. Even though cavalry combat ability is good, I think we want to get standardization of caliber. Artillery fire +1 is huge. Yeah, it's close to doubling. It's like plus 75%. That's where the artillery really becomes valuable right now. And we get a chambered... Oh, that's... okay. And artillery shock goes up a little bit, too. Combat width goes up. Artillery fire and shock. Okay, yeah. And training fields. We can get a lot more manpower with that. Ooh, they brought their really good general down here, too. 4-6. We've only got 4-2. Oh, that's okay. Together with the Saxons, we can take them on. Actually, let's be more supportive, I think. Stay closer together. We can see there's 22,000 over there, but... Ah. England no longer... The Great Britain, rather, has no longer to deal with the Peasants' War. That's good. Now, will these 23,000 Saxons join me in this battle? Maybe, maybe not. But we're going to win it no matter what. Oh, they're running away. I don't know if we're going to catch them. They've got a 2 maneuver. We've got a 2 maneuver. Probably not going to catch them then. I wish I could just target this and say, follow this guy around forever. That's all you need to do. We lost the Imperial Liberation Conquest, Casus Belli. Casus Belli. I'm actually playing For the People tonight with my uncle on Vassal. I was thinking about doing a For the People rules overview video, because Mark Herman's games have a lot of legs. They last a long time. So even though the game is from 1998, there's still a lot of people playing it for the first time. Because it's such a classic. Pskov is done. Next. How close are we to getting them out of this? Probably not very close. We probably need to take quite a few more of their areas. Muscovite military strength is so weak in comparison. Dr. Galeas, Dr. Galeas. 22,000 chilling over in Sweden. What is the point of that? And we did catch them down here, and we won. Get the hell out of our galaxy. We could go for their capital. We're going to send this one to Novgorod, and we'll have these guys go to the capital once we take whatever this is, Polotsk. I'll probably make a video about it, because one of the problems is, For the People, As much as I like Mark Herman's designs, his rules are convoluted nonsense. And it drives me crazy. And he doesn't seem to think there's a problem. Like, after people, many threads are created, being very confused about the rules for, say, riverine movement and naval control in For the People, as an example, he'll continue to just defend the way that they're written. And yes, he's technically correct. The rules do state exactly what they mean, and a very, very careful reading of them should always come to the same conclusion. But they are written in a way that just makes it hard to learn. The thing, like, a perfect example I was reading the other day, I don't remember the exact wording, but it was something along the lines of, you can only retreat to an area that is not this and not that. And instead, you could have just said, you can only retreat to a friendly area with no enemy units, or something like that. It was like, he had to put, like, 2 negatives in a row, causing my brain to then figure out, okay, if we eliminate those possibilities, what's left? When really all he had to say is friendly area, or whatever the thing was. It's not exactly the right, but it would have been much simpler to reframe that double negative into a positive. Like, this is your only option, instead of saying, you can use any option that is not these 3 things. Well, that only leaves one thing left. You could have just said that one thing to begin with. And so, like, that's the problem I have with his rules. And it seems like he could have simplified things in a lot of ways that would have contained the same issue. Like in For the People, another example is the way that generals are or are not allowed to be left alone is really bizarre and bonkers. Instead of just writing a rule that said, you may not leave a general alone in a province. Period. Full stop. Voluntarily, you can't do it. He had to write the rules so that when moving normally, if you break this, restriction, then these consequences happen. But if the general is left alone in any of these other myriad ways we don't actually state, like strategic movement or as a result of an event card or blah, 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 then it's okay, but you still have to enforce this other penalty. And it's like, the whole thing could have been rewritten in such a simple way to improve it, in my opinion. Oh boy, this is going to be a tough fight. Are they going to get there in time? I think that these guys are going to get there in time. This is a battle in the woods. We're the attacker. And I think this is our best general. Yeah, his shock is real good. But it looks like their shock is just as good. Oh my god, identical generals, but their fire is better. Actually, so not identical at all. Gulp. So you guys need to go post-haste. They're going to make it there. Maybe. The morale of the Prussians is holding up. And look, they just barely meet the full width. Oh, is that because there's somebody else here besides us? No. 24 is enough to go across here? Okay, never mind. Seems like there's too many people there. Come on, hang in there. They're coming. They made it. Whew. That might be enough, yeah. We don't even need these guys to run full speed. Maybe you can go and take some of these other areas here. They're about to lose a massive battle. Maybe they'll sue for peace after it. Minus 40. Yep, they'll do it, I think. Oh boy. That looks worse than it is, I think. Oh no. 0.07, 0.03. I'm cutting it real close. Whew. I should have left the army moving in. Oh boy. That was deadly. Anyway, we're going after Muscovy though. $20,000 more coming. There it is. cannons didn't get put to the right place. Alright. Let's bring down the fresh troops to help with this Muscovy siege situation. Because if he shows back up, my troops are not going to have been given enough time to recover, I believe. But, can we kick him out? Muscovy will still not go with a white piece. Damn. They know they've just drained us. So, we're only getting back, what? 70%, 50% in these provinces. So it's going to take a long time for us to recover the manpower. It's okay, we got 23,000 coming. 24,000. And this one's still almost full. Cannons are still pretty full. Now, hang on. If we're on a friendly controlled area, it goes to 90%. Well, we're going to stay right there, then. These guys can go here. Oh, and that's actually 21, not including... That is including Denmark. Prussia adds 75 to their spy network, huh? Muscovy still likes me. They still like me a lot. Even though we're at war and we have hostile relations. Oh, this guy also has a 4 for his siege ability. That's real good. Damn, these guys, their artillery got absolutely thrashed in that battle. So we're just going to have them chill here and recover. They should gain a lot of it back. There we go. Now they've at least got 1,000. So that's going to drain us for a bit here. 27 each month, and we're still making a little bit of money. Wow. We are doing quite well money-wise. How's it going down here? Okay, Saxony's still defending this from any rogue Bohemian units. That's good. Lack of demand for draperies. Here comes 12,000. They're probably going to try to get around behind to attack this weakened army. Oh, it's not so weak anymore, is it? Technically still. Oh, really? Oh, they must have more coming. Oh, boy. This could be another big one. But they've got support. We're not going to let them alone. Ah, we won. 10 legitimacy, 35 admin power. 35 admin power is not that bad. We'll back off so there's less attrition and more reinforcement. I think we're going to get them now that we got the capital. Now they should give up. Oh, there we go. They will give up. And they'll give me a whole lot of money. Thank you for that. Or do I want to make them not be friends with Bohemia anymore? Although, if I can get 2,000 ducats every time I go to war with Bohemia, maybe it'll be worth leaving them as an ally. I'll just drain them of funds. Alright, now I can do this. Give me my 100 of each monarch power and lots of power protection. Okay. So. That will let us do this. And this will not get us the ahead of time. innovativeness that we would hoped, but that's fine. It's not this one, it's the cannon actually, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. No benefits to disputed successions. So we've got the casualties, Defender of the Faith. We can become Defender of the Faith. With this money, however, we're going to finish upgrading our castles, at least in the primary useful areas. Let's see. Buildings. Castles. Here for sure. Here for sure. Here. And here. And maybe we'll put one there. Okay, now that we've done that, other things we can do. Improve our trade. Now, if I remember correctly, you can only have one or maybe two level 3 centers of trade in a trade node. So we'll make this one of them. Oh, we need 1,000. Okay, we'll save up for 1,000 to make that our huge center of trade. I forgot about trading policies. Why don't we have a trading policy? Oh, we have to have a merchant in the region to have a trading policy there. And honestly, I think the default one, maximizing profit, is probably what we want. Improve relations? Meh. I wonder if I change my capital from Berlin to somewhere in the Baltic trade node, if that's worthwhile. I mean, it has, what, 28... 32 over here in the New England, or the English one, 39 over here. I don't think we're ever going to make this the most valuable trade node in the world. We'd have to get to 40. And it seems hard when there's going to be a bunch of powers like Netherlands and Great Britain pulling 6 away from us, or whatever their percentage is. Do, 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 do. The organization of the For the People rulebook is another one that I kind of have a problem with. Referencing it is hard. I think learning it was okay, but referencing it is hard. Because the rules for generals are scattered throughout the whole damn thing. The rule that requires you to have a general always be with an army or else send it to the turn track is buried in the movement rules, not with the rules for generals. There isn't even a section that is, here's the rules that apply to generals and how you move them and what they do. That doesn't exist. It's all built in the movement rules, which is very frustrating. We could hunt pirates here in the Baltic Sea. That way they at least have a mission. We'll give these guys back their previous leader. There we go. 95 trade power. Oh, you know what we have? We have enough trade power to upgrade our ships. Bring them back down to Stettin and upgrade them. Or we have enough money, rather. So once they've repaired themselves, we'll go back to protecting the Lübeck trade node. Now that we have this trade power, I wonder if it makes sense to move one of our merchants up there. No, because there's only one place to send it. It does make sense for us to have more merchants. That, I think, is definitely true. We could even try pulling from this trade node, the North Sea. There's not a lot of money there. Most of it's going down into the English Channel, but oh well. Alright, so it's 93. We're going to get Denmark fully inherited in just a little bit. Austria declared war on Croatia. Croatia, not a member of the Holy Roman Empire, so that's fine. Oh, I'm losing imperial authority because they're not at peace anymore. Damn it. We were going to do that thing. Let's check it. Add all provinces. Had no impact on imperial authority. We've gained the Expand Empire... Oh, because we are now adjacent to them. It will be in just a minute. Give it time! It's 91%, 97% of the way there. There's rebel factions. Teutonic separatists? Ah, that's right. Over here. Because it's a Catholic region? Wait, whoa. Slow down. There goes our diplomatic reputation, unfortunately. Mulhouse. Royal marriage. Mulhouse. Royal... No. Alright, so we're getting a lot more money from that now, but... Did I just realize that we've had this area that we could be, Oh, it's got religious zeal. For how long? For another 4 years. Alright, well, we'll convert it in 4 years then. So what's next for our illustrious crew? Well, drill a bunch to get themselves back up to fighting shape. And wait. Moscow wants another alliance. We're going to say no to free up that slot, because we could get Bavaria back in that slot right now. And Bavaria's pretty good, even if they're not an elector. Oh, we now have to deal with this other force. What's our force limit now? It's 86. Didn't get too much bigger. So this is just 9,000, huh? Maybe I'll turn this into a siege army. So you come here, and we'll build like another bunch of cannons for this one when the next war starts. So it's basically a bunch of cannons and some troops to make sure the cannons don't just get insta-wiped by the smallest enemy stack available. That will be the case. The Papal State stole territory from us? Do I lose prestige if they say no? Is that what happens? Let's see. No. There's no reason not to demand it, unless you don't want to hurt an ally or something. So I wonder, has Switzerland... Switzerland is no longer... So we could... Hang on, is Switzerland part of the empire now? No, so I should have a... Are they not adjacent to the empire, maybe? Yeah, because this province hasn't been added. Because Burgundy hasn't added it? Ooh. Regional Junkers. Nobles. Well, I don't like any of this. Reform society? No, we're going to crush these nobles. Obviously. Obviously, that's what we're going to do. Diplomatic reputation would be good, but so would trade efficiency. We'll take that for now. Our diplomatic reputation is unfortunately kind of ruined for the next 10 years, no matter what we do, because of the annexation. It's still quite good, but it's not like super high like it was before. Now, an endorsement gives money. Yeah, fine, take the innovativeness. I'll build the stupid thing later. Finest of horses. Yeah, that sounds like a good thing to be. And goodbye. You are the weakest link, etc., etc. Goodbye. Let's increase our army professionalism a little bit more. Here we can get to... oh, that's a good one. Reduce damage taken by reserves. Oh, you know what I need to do is the naval stuff that happened here. So there's that. Now the rest needs to come to Stettin to meet up with our other navy. There are no pirates here, so I don't think we need to hunt pirates. Maybe it gives us some naval tradition if we are, I'm not sure. Oh no! Our really good general died. That's too bad. I guess we'll have to summon a new really good general, which we can't do. We can have 8 leaders without upkeep? Are you serious? How did we get there? Government rank and feudalism. Okay, that gets to 3. Formalized officer corps. I think that's one of our ideas. The Tenures and Abolition Act is one of our policies, I believe. Emperor gets an extra 1 and 25 power project. Damn. Yeah. Ooh, that's another good general. Having a 100 army tradition gives you some really good leaders. Okay, so the next question. Where do we go from here? When is Bavaria going to be available for another war? Tuesday's no good for me. How about Thursday for a war? 1607, so quite a while. We did totally defeat them. So we're going to force them to release a bunch of nations. In the meantime, maybe we conquer these 3 states here. Again, I kind of want to leave them as one-province miners, because this is the area that I collect trade in, and as long as they're one-province miners, they're going to be pulling trade into here. Of course, that means that Hamburg is going to be taking a big chunk of the trade, since they have a world port. That's unfortunate, but they're still going to pull trade this direction. And I need them to pull trade this direction, because I can't do it alone. Not even if I got trade ideas. Or maybe I just go for some more religious war situations. Get some more religion switched over. Brunswick. Berg has a state religion of Protestant. It's already, but it's got a center of Reformation, which it can't stamp out just yet. The Palatinate is already Protestant. Burgundy is reformed, and that's a problem. Würzburg is also a problem, and so is Nuremberg. But I can't enforce religion until I get at least 1 imperial authority, which actually looks like I'll get it right now. Bingo, bango, bongo. 5 legitimacy or lower national unrest. 5 legitimacy. So, do we have the ability to do it diplomatically? We do. Cleves will do it for us. Thank you, Cleves, for switching over. We appreciate you. There we go. So now we're getting 0.8 per turn. Which means about 12... Yeah, every year I'm now going to get enough imperial authority. As long as we stay at peace, we get enough imperial authority to continue to... convert these provinces. But I need to find out which is the next one. Damn, they really hate me now because of all these... Alright, so Farah is a member of the Empire. And they hate me so much for enforcing religious unity. They hate it. But to be honest, if I can just do it 3 more times, I'll never be negative again on imperial authority. Theoretically. I can also try to get those 9 provinces that the Empire owns that are under control of non-members. That's another possibility. Alright, we've caught up here. Trade efficiency will give us some more money. Why are we down on money right now? What's going on? Fort maintenance? No. Army maintenance? That was weird. We should be at a lot more income. What's costing me money? Where am I getting... I'm not getting money from something. We've got our trade ships running. They're doing what they're supposed to do. I guess, yeah, increasing those forts, that doubled the fort maintenance. Ooh, I forgot about mercantilism. Yeah, we definitely... I mean, it's 10 years of slightly lower trade power, but mercantilism is not easy to come by. What's our mercantilism at? It's at 13. That's kind of low, to be honest. We can increase it once we get some more diplomatic power. But right now, our diplo power... Actually, it's doing okay. So yeah, we might increase it a couple more times before the next tech. We'll see. This treasury is so weak right now. It must have been those extra forts. We're not over our force limit on our army, right? No. Maybe our last... Oh, you know what? I bet one of these advisors that died was probably a cheaper version. No, that wouldn't explain this much. Not really. Fleet maintenance is slightly over force limit, but that's not too bad. I feel like our income went down. Our income went way down. It used to be taxation was at 50%. We must have had a big bonus in there already. Let them fight it out. Let's settle the issue. But here's another possibility. Let's lower inflation. That gets us a little bit of money right there. Let's go to the estates. Are they not giving me as much as they should? Yeah, the clergy doesn't have that much influence right now. That's lowering our income. Now, is there anything in here that we want from the clergy that we can't currently get? Enforced unity of faith. No, not really. Expansionist zealotry. No. No, I don't like any of those. We'll just call a diet. That'll give them a little bit more influence. And then the clergy's proposal doesn't give us anything useful. Burger's estate gains loyalty, and we gain a skill 3 trader that costs less. That's pretty good. Skill 3 diplomat that costs less. Now, actually, that could be really good, because the improve relations thing applies to the passive reduction as well. And enforcing the religion on all these minor powers has caused them all to hate me a lot. We just have to get the Ottomans to like me. Oh, is that it? That's all? Actually, they kind of like me already. Now, do the Junkers need loyalty? No. The Burghers need loyalty. Oh. It's a lot harder to get that much trade power. I guess we'll take the Junkers and just send a diplomat to the Ottomans to improve relations for a while until it happens. That's an easy one. This needs to split off. These guys should definitely upgrade and then join the Protect Trade Node Lubeck situation. Alright. And the other... Whoa! 12,000 manpower because of unsuitable recruits. That's crazy. Alright. So Imperial authority continues to grow. And nobody will let us enforce religious unity because they hate us so much. Farah is not even close. We've enforced religious unity too much. Even though we're improving relations with them, it's not going to come close for a while. We lost another advisor. That one was pretty good. Why don't we power modifier. Let's take the force limit modifier, or the land maintenance modifier reduction. Now, we still need a lot of military power, because we've still got a lot of ideas to churn through, as well as stay current on our technology. Hey, we got the innovativeness achievement. There it is. Bright Spark. Achievement unlocked. What time is it? 12:05. We're going to be playing around for a little bit longer here. I'd like to get a world port in Lubeck. Oh no, Air can't fall ill. Air can't fall ill. That was a great Air. Oh good, he recovered. Ooh, we finally get that government reform we weren't really sure we cared about. Administrative policies for free. Let's get the yearly absolutism. We can switch over to this one again later. Because right now we have no other administrative policies. Oh, all we had to do was reform the state. Now we get the Prussian legal system happens. As our empire has expanded and aged, the complexity and extent of overlapping and often inconsistent legal practices has grown all out of control. Legal cases are decided by local, often privately employed, judges according to the rules that differ so much from case to case that it's impossible to guarantee any form of legal certainty. Well, this sounds like a mess we should fix. Some courts are rendered impotent by a maze of feudal, imperial, and traditional jurisdictions, while others see judges make a fortune by corrupting the authority of our laws. Okay, so let us reform the Prussian courts to ensure efficient handling of litigation, impartial judges paid for by the state and hired based on merit, a reduction in overlapping jurisdictions, and a clear hierarchy of appeals. So we can gain government reform progress? But our administrative technology cost forever is cheaper. We have no time. No, we'll take the reduction in cost. That's great. Now, enlightened absolutism requires us to be at 8 and embrace the Enlightenment. And then we'll get a special thing here. So, army reforms require 20% discipline. We're not there, but we can't be too far off. 12.2, huh. Well, I think quality is going to give us an extra 5. Yep, quality is going to give us an extra 5, so that gets to 17.2. And our government type is going to continue to increase. So that should be enough. Oh, we can finally deal with this problem. And now there's some unrest over there, too. Fantastic. I don't know why my money's so down. I must have had some kind of big boost from war reparations or something that ended, and that's why I was getting like the 10 or 14. Iconoclastic Fury. Outbreaks of destruction of Catholic religious art occurred in various European countries. The most notorious example, Beetlenstorm, in the Low Countries, but similar attacks occurred in Germany. Send guards to stop the Vandals. Will gain some prestige. Papal State will like me. I'll lose 50 military power. But every province that is Protestant will be not happy. So we can't do anything except weather the storm, loses prestige, lowers tax income. Or we lead the fight to break the papal stronghold. Sure. That's not great, but it's better than that money situation that we're running into a problem with. Keep these up to date. Now, what do we got here? We can purchase another ability, the last ability. We've got all the abilities. Oh, the bottom has to have 3 objectives filled. I think we're going to have that when we get to the Age of Absolutism. That's going to be our golden era. We have not converted 10 provinces because we converted all of them before the Age of Reformation started. Completed a state agenda. Fantastic. So, we don't have claims against the Commonwealth, but maybe we can attack them just for the humiliation aspect again. I mean, we've got all this manpower sitting around doing nothing. And, Imperial authority keeps climbing. Fantastic. Farah likes me a little more now. Still not much, like... We could get Improve Relations guy. That will help our relations with all of these countries. Ship durability. Sure, that's the last one we're going to get here. We're going to go straight to this within the next few years. Keep growing. Keep growing. Is there anybody we can go to war with obliquely without spending Imperial authority and pissing people off to switch their religion? We have no casus belli, I'm guessing. No. It's a free city anyway. I can't... So free cities should be our first shot at... Jeez, it's going to take 100 years to make this enforced religious unity penalty go away from these guys. Okay. So, we need to use our enforce religion thing on the free cities specifically, because we will not be able to attack them and force them to switch without some penalties, I think. Who's the Commonwealth allied with these days? Just Sweden? Thought we wanted to build a fort over here. I guess I never did. I ran out of money, maybe. 2.76 is not enough money. When we married, we thought a strong bond... Oh, no, they don't like us anymore. Not as much, anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure what the next play should be. I know I want to go after Bohemia again in order to take the territories they own and to break it up, but 1607 is still a ways away. We can definitely fit a war in between now and then. Maybe Prussia? Our power projection's going down. Or maybe Poland, I mean. How are we on drilling here? These guys are almost maxed out. They gain 1 a month. So give them another year and they'll basically be done. We've almost got a permanent army situation here. So we'll get the professional army, whatever that was, permanent army. Then we'll go to war with the Commonwealth, with the whole rivalry casus belli. Force them to be shown strength, get a bunch of free monarch power, get a bunch of power projection, and then, good things will happen to those who wait. Oh, these guys don't have a leader, do they? There we go. Back to drilling. Hello, average viewer. Welcome. No, Sweden doesn't get military access. We don't like them, do we? Serbia? I feel bad for Serbia, sure. Muscovy doesn't get it. So who just went to war that resulted in that situation? Oh, perfect. They're attacking the Commonwealth as well. Global trade occurred, but not for us. Where did it happen? Don't tell me. Don't tell me it happened so far away. Wait, where did it happen? Cremona? Oh, it's in Genoa. Okay. Well, that's not too far away. Now, global trade is going to grow based on what? Oh, it's growing everywhere. Holy crap. What can we do to improve global trade being grown? If it has a center of trade, trade power of at least 25, printing press is present, and province trade power is at least 15. That's not true of most of these, though. Like, this doesn't have that. Where's it getting it? Printing press is present. Okay. Well. Okay, then. Why is this 110 comparatively? Part of a state. Peace. Capital state gives it an extra 5. So part of a state. Culture. Peace, positive stability, institutional spread. Port. Oh, port gives it extra spread. I see. That's what I was missing. Maybe I'll put these ships into mothball status in order to increase my treasury. But now seems like a very good time to go against the Commonwealth, since they're at war with Muscovy in a separate situation. And that suggests maybe Sweden won't come to their rescue if I attack. Yeah, they will. Yeah, and it's not even close. Sweden has to be in more debt and lose more armies before they'll say no. Oh no, there's an imperial authority problem within the empire. Damn it. Okay, you know what? Let's check this out. Which areas can we attack? So Croatia has some pieces of the empire that need to be given back. So does Genoa. Wait, Genoa's not part of the empire? Well, then maybe we can declare war and force them into the empire? Expand the empire will fix that problem. They're at... Okay, yeah, let's do this war. Saxony can help. So the war goal is to take the capital, and it'll allow us to add their capital to the empire, which will give us another prince, A, which helps increase our imperial authority, and it will get rid of the negative for having all these provinces owned by somebody that's not in the empire. So let's do this. So who am I at war with now? All the guys down there. All right. And now this guy, he's going to get those cannons that we talked about, so he can help siege things down. And then he'll come down after. But this should be a fairly quick and easy war. They always say. But I'm being real. Bologna. So the Age of Reformation is almost done, which means we're going to need to start reining in our estates and start seizing their land. And probably getting rid of these things. Oversight by the clergy. What is oversight by the clergy? Oh, it really doesn't do much except improve their influence and their, and that gives me better stuff here. We'll get there. No, they've got 62 now. Let's get rid of this absolutism penalty. That was a big one. And, you know, they'll be fine. But once we start getting absolutism, and we hit that max, that's when we'll really care. Can we fight these 18,000? Yeah, we can. Alright. Oh, that was quick. Siege of Bologna's over. So, can you go here? No. I guess you have to go to Genoa first. Or here? Yeah, you go to Firenze. Now, can we get Bologna out of this? They will peace out, and they will do it for what? They're not part of the Empire, are they? They are part of the Empire. Are they also reformed? They are! Let's get them to switch religion before they go, and then give me a little bit of money. Bingo! We helped fix the Empire's religious situation as well. So now we're down to... How did we go up to 17? Did somebody else switch back? Those bastards. If they did, I'm going to get them. Now we're going after the Pope. We probably can't force the Pope to switch religions, right? I'm guessing no. Now, I asked Saxony to come with me because I figured it'd be easier. But they don't seem to be doing much. I do still have 26 favors from them, though, so I can still use them in the future. Another military idea. We're going to hold off and actually get the military tech this time. So would an extra 4 make a difference here? We have 6. 4 would get us to max it out. So yeah, that's perfect. Disease outbreak. The Pope has cursed us. My ports are blocked. Oh, the one I stole. Sure. These are part of the Papal State, you say? Oh, I think I didn't mean to influence Augsburg again. I didn't realize that was a question. I thought it was just letting me know. Dang it. Oh! Oh, they're up here! Okay, well at least they didn't stack wipe those guys. We'll have to send somebody back to the future. Saxony, can you really not take care of these armies? Come on. We'll send this 25,000 back. Bavaria's involved too, and they didn't, they're getting... Wait, is Bavaria involved in this? No, it's just Saxony. Take capital Genoa. That's certainly on the list. Kind of just need to hang out here. Maybe go after Parma. Fill the garrison. There we go. So that if they do go after Firenze, we can come back and deal with it. Ragusa wants out of this. How did Ragusa even get in this? Oh, God, Saxony, you went all the way down there? Now, I think they are part of the Empire. What kind of religion are they? They're the correct one. Okay. Alright, so... we don't need them as a vassal. We don't need them to steer trade. We'll just take some war reparations and some money. And then the Ragusans can get out of this. Alright, Saxony, you can come back and fight now, okay? I've got this down here. Burgundy has unlawful territory. Metz. They took Metz from somebody. Who did they take Metz from? Lorraine. Lorraine is gone. You destroyed Lorraine? Oh, well, we're gonna do something about that. Too bad we're in a war. You waited until I was in a war, you bastard. So here's what we want out of Genoa. We want to get it as quick as possible. We want to, A, expand empire, and B, force religion. We can't do them both! Son of a bitch! Alright, well, we'll have to force religion first, then we'll expand the empire into it on a future war. Meanwhile, Metz can't be allowed to be cored before we're done with this war. Parma's occupied, yes. Ah, come on, get Genoa. Finish it up. Force them to change religion, and then we'll get out of this thing. We have to go to war with Burgundy, who is allies with the Ottomans. Oh, God. Will the Ottomans go to war to defend them right now? They won't. Good news. Okay. We might still be able to do that thing where we force Burgundy to get weaker and give back Metz to Lorraine. Alright. So we're still a bit a ways away from here. So, let's go up here and... oh, Brunswick. No! No, Brunswick, why? The Papal State has sent their armies home. Back to them then. But first, I guess we continue to go deeper and get the Papal State out of this war. We don't need Bavaria to join us. We just need to win this as fast as possible. Because they're probably coring Metz. I don't think we can see if they're coring or not. Can we get the Pope out of this? Oh, hang on, we're good. Also give me a little bit of money, and... oh, damn it. Now, I thought shift-click would give the max that they'll still accept. It looks like no. So we'll have to wait until next couple of months from now. I clicked too fast! Alright, let's try again. There we go. Now, so Genoa is flipped to Protestant. Hopefully they'll stay Protestant. Now, we can demand that you return that unlawful territory. They'll say no. We get a casus belli against them, which we will use soonish. For now, we're going to reorganize our military. Where's 4? There's 4. But we'll see if we can't bring Bavaria into this one. 24,000 is a good number from Bavaria to bring in. We've got so much manpower in reserve, we can just keep doing wars here. It'll be disappointing because we won't be able to drill much. So, Imperial Liberation, take Metz, and we'll force Burgundy to return a bunch of cores and liberate a bunch of nations if we can. In the meantime, when we peace out Austria, we can try to force them to change religion. The Netherlands is the correct religion. And Aachen... Where's Aachen? There it is. They are the right religion, so we won't be able to force them. But Burgundy and Burgundy and Austria, we can force them to switch religion as part of this war. There's a lot to be gained here. I'm maxed out at my monetary income right now. Can't make a bigger army. How... Okay, we bring Bavaria and Saxony. We are going to outnumber them by quite a lot, including reserves. So, all we need to do is make sure none of our allies get their territory wiped out, and we'll be okay. Especially because the Ottomans are not included. Sweden is, which is a giant pain. So here's what I got to do. I got to go here. I got to take a loan, and I got to build a nice fort here, so that if Sweden does get antsy, that will slow them down. I do kind of also want to upgrade this fort, but I don't have the option to do that right now. Now, my navy is probably in a good condition to fight them. We won that last war against them, and then we took a bunch of their territory. So, we're probably in a good position. Now, Denmark, I just realized, do we need to get their culture? Lithuanian culture is the only one that we have a little bit of. Is that because of over here? Yes. So, that's not a big deal. Danish has already been that. So, it's really my monetary situation is going to continue to get better as long as the local autonomy continues to fall in these regions. I don't have as much income from them as I should. Oh, and they're not part of the empire either. Well, we can fix that. Add all provinces. Boom. 20 provinces added. So the autonomy here is going down a lot each month, actually. So these will continue to increase the amount of money that they give to me, and the amount of trade power and all kinds of other things that comes from local autonomy. I can't help but thinking there's got to be a way to expand our economy if we just had more money. Instead, I use the money to... You know what? You know what just occurred to me? I need the forts in case enemies attack me. I want to be... And peasants rise up and blah, blah, blah. But I don't need them during peace to maintain my army tradition. It still doesn't change at all if I have no forts. That's a massive increase to my income during peacetime. But how long do we have this casus belli against Burgundy, is my question. We have until October of 1611. Oh, wow. That's a long time, actually. Let's take a moment to increase our coffers. Before we do this next big war with Burgundy and Austria. Ooh. Technological improvement. Gets us universities! I love universities. Developmental efficiency. Good. Administrative efficiency. Good. Oh, that lets us take stuff and core it faster and less expensively. Yes. How is our governing capacity? Still plenty of governing capacity. All right? We're ahead of time by 7 years. That might be too far ahead, but I do want to get in under this tech penalty here. And I like gaining the free innovativeness you get. Well, not free, but the costly innovativeness. Involved in... yeah, there we go. 10 per month. Much better. Now, these guys are going to drill for a while. These guys don't need a leader, don't need a drill. They're just there to help with the sieging. So... when we are... Now, we're not gonna get an ahead-of-time bonus for this one, it looks like, because it says we have neighbors that have already picked up the Diplotech 17. So we don't have to get this one so early. Nor this one. No, it says it'll increase our innovativeness, so these are already... This one won't. Ah, it went away because somebody else researched it. Okay. So, now that we've increased our developmental efficiency, let's take a quick look at spending some of this diplomatic and military power. So we've already sorted by cost. How come I can't click on this and go to the area? Where the hell is Vestgiland? I'm guessing it's up here somewhere. Right there. And Nordjylland. So this area here, this state, if we go ahead and give them an encourage development edict, they are now very, very cheap, even cheaper than before. Oh, damn it, Wilhelm. Why you gotta be greedy? And that's 31. Alright, so all of those got increased. Unfortunately, livestock's not super useful, but we have all the extra diplomatic power. Let's use it. It'll increase our, you know, everything else. All right. Ooh. 2 base power in Holstein. Yeah. Now, is there another place that is super cheap? Warmia and Osterode. Okay. This state, we can also encourage development. And now we can spend a little bit more over here. Now, ooh, gems. Hell yeah, we're going to build a bunch of those. Unfortunately, it's going the wrong way, but it's fine. We could build a new navy that sends some of the trade power from there to there. Oh. So what about that? We have 38% of the trade power here. We really should have a merchant there instead of here. Let's try that. We'll take it out of, what is this, Rhineland? And put it over here. I think that's going to help us. Alright, so 23 right now. Once the new merchant gets over there, we'll see it pop back up. Said it was going to take him 13 days. I think it's going up to 25. Oh. Nope, it's less than it was before. Damn it. Well, put him back in Rhineland then. We could really use trade ideas next. It would get us so much money, but so would economic ideas, to be honest. Alright, what time is it? It's 12:40. So we're probably about to end today. But when we start next time, the war against Burgundy, the Netherlands, and Austria is going to kick off. If only because I need to get in under the wire on when the Ottomans are still in huge amounts of debt. Right? I have to attack them before that happens, so it's got to be real soon. I don't see a reason why it couldn't be right when we start next time. As long as I'm going to be able to bring in my allies. And I am. They both will come. I think the way that I'll structure this war is I'm going to have one of my main armies defending this northern area against attacks from these guys. The other two are going to be defending Bavaria and helping to siege down Austria. Once we kick Austria out of the war, we can then kind of push into the north maybe, and we'll leave one to defend the southern area, and two will push into the Netherlands. We get the Netherlands out of the war, and then we care about what Sweden's doing at that point. So we'll have to wait until this bastion is completed and fills its garrison, then we'll start the war. Maybe instead of having one up here, we'll have one just attack Sweden, do as much damage as possible, force them out of the war, and then come down here and help Brunswick. That's probably a better play. Alright, so we'll do that tomorrow. We will see you all then. Thanks for watching, and have a good one. Enjoy your Juneteenth.